Hello and welcome back to Exchanges, the Alex Martin podcast. Today's special guest is the founder and director of the Housing Capital Group. Please welcome the man himself, Gideon Gold. Gideon, who are you and what do you do?
Wow. It was like a dating game. I am the founder and director of Housing Capital Group, which we know already. But I buy the worst properties ever. That's the niche I'm trying to create and be known for, in summary.
Mm-hmm. What we've sort of realised is that there's more value in buying rubbish properties than really nice ones, based on the last couple of ones that we've had, no?
Yes, and what are you talking about? Who's who?
Yeah, who's who, you spot. Is that something that's new?
No, do you know what it is? These days, the building costs have gone up so much and people are overpaying for stuff. So people thought they'd spend 200, 250, they're spending 350, 400,000. So for me, it's exciting buying the rubbish stuff on Instagram or TikTok, whatever. You see these beautiful properties. That doesn't excite me. It's the ones that are disgusting and smell and are falling down. I love them. So people know I love them and they like phone me up saying, "Hi Gideon, I've got this really horrible property. I thought of you." So now I'm not taking it as an insult, I'm taking it as a compliment. So that's kind of what happens on a regular basis.
So are you trying to become sort of Mr. Derelict?
Well, I did dress up today, but yeah, no, I think so, yeah. So when people see something like that or there's a problem, they think of me. So for my role is also massively
What's that?
really legal orientated. So half of the property deals that go down, as you guys know, there's always legal issues. There's always something that someone hasn't thought of, or because of the ever-changing landscape of regulations, something new's happened, they didn't sort that out. So it comes up, there's always legal challenges and obstacles. And that's what we face on a regular basis.
And how do you overcome those issues? Say a owner-occupier was buying it in comparison to yourself. What are those sorts of legal issues and how would you overcome them?
There are so many.
Really?
So let's say there's an absentee freeholder. So you're buying a flat in a building. There's no answers to any of the questions. So it's like, take it or leave it.
Yeah.
So we'll look at the risk. Is it worth the risk reward? And a lot of the time it is.
Yeah.
But we'll be able to like not get a mortgage or buy it cash so that we can think, you know what, that's our decision. And then with the abilities that we have to locate people, we can sometimes get in touch with that freeholder who might be abroad, might be in somewhere else, get hold of them, track them down, come to an agreement, and then we'll add the value there.
The buildings you're buying, is that for auction or is that you personally going to find them?
So we source a lot directly. We also have a lot of people reporting stuff to us. So whether it's friends, family, people from the internet will report empty, derelict, abandoned buildings. If you live next to somewhere that's causing problems with pests or a mess, a lot of people send in, check this address out, and then we'll go and try and locate the owners. And with these things, people are usually so delighted that you've helped them out. So rather than a horrible building next to you rotting away, we'll buy it, refurbish it, and either rent it or sell it, and they've got a brand new shiny home next door. So
how are they finding you? I didn't know about USpot until a few weeks ago. What's the difference in your model?
So it's probably not on the bigger scale as them because that's one of the parts of our business, but it's word of mouth, recommendation, referral. We do tell people about it on all the social media channels, and we do canvass those empty properties. So there's lists on, it's all public information, a lot of the councils, properties that are empty. So I think in Islington Borough, I don't know, there's tens of thousands of empty properties. I had a look at this list that's available. 50% of the empty properties are owned by Islington Council. And they're just empty.
Wow.
And
What are they going to do with them?
They don't know the left from the right, and they just have either forgotten they're empty or they're in the process of something. But it was just shocking because I was thinking, oh my God, there's like 10,000 empty leads, and you see Islington Borough Council own that one. So you think there's no way you can go with that.
Quick question. This is a bit random. Can squatters squat in council-owned houses?
The new laws mean that we can get them out now. Everyone can get them out a lot quicker.
But could you hire squatters to sit in them?
It wouldn't. In the old days, they would have been full of them in probably the 80s and 90s. But now, not so much because you can get them out, evict them easily.
Really?
Yeah, much easier now.
Interesting.
When I met you the first time, that was in MIPM.
You were very flirtatious.
Was I? Yeah.
Everyone says that. Everyone
Sounds
says
right
that. Every guest
Yeah.
we get on says the first
Was he
time they
drunk
met
at
her.
that point? Is that why?
Worryingly, no.
No, okay. Should have seen him later then.
You didn't talk about this world. I mean, we just chatted about buildings in general and commercial, and what I did and what you did. Is this a new thing that you've moved into, or is this always what you've done?
I've moved into it a lot more because I've had a lot of success with it.
Okay.
So over the last few years and maybe a couple of years since I've seen it, and you look younger, by the way, now.
That's what
That's
we
the
said,
haircut.
Matt.
He looks young.
What's he?
No, I'm
I think
supposed to
he's
say-
had a
I'm
secret.
supposed to say that, aren't I?
I think
So,
he's had a secret facelift.
I think, you know, when you have success with whatever area or type of property, you think, actually, that worked, let's do more. So I had a lot of success with empty properties, a lot of success with abandoned properties. And I've been finding this niche where I don't want to compete with the end users or the auction buyers. I want to speak to that seller directly. I rate myself at closing it. So I've been doing a lot of private vendor direct deals, as I'd call them.
Okay. And you are a principal now, but when I met you, were you an employee or a partner somewhere?
I was working for another company who, you know, I'm still in touch with, and we have ongoing business, but I'm now, the buck stops with me. So I'm a buyer, I buy directly. I can get the blame or the praise, which I can take either way. So, and I'm really enjoying the responsibility and the pressure, and I drive myself mad, but that's what comes with it, right?
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
I know you said you sell and rent. Is there one that you prefer to do, or is it a mixture?
We're trying to keep just a couple a year to build up a portfolio. So when I'm even older and got even less hair, I can have some rent roll coming in. But a lot of the ones we buy, we will fix them up and sell them. But we're keeping a couple a year to build that
we?
portfolio. So I've got another company with a friend who's a really good friend of mine and causes a lot of trouble all the time, but we love each other, like a proper bromance. So we pass business each other's way. Actually, the chap you met when we were together, same hairstyle as me.
Okay.
Is it a hairstyle?
It's coming.
Yeah, I'm nearly there. Don't worry.
Shannon's coming to me.
Guaranteed.
We, you know, when you've got a mate that you do anything for you, and trust implicitly, and he's that guy, and we pass a lot of business each other's way, and we're building something on the background as well.
Want to give him a shout out, or should you rather not
Yes,
mention him?
shout out to my one true love, Nathan. But he is a great guy and not a bad bone in his body. So just one of those life's good people.
I'm going to give a shout out to what business he does.
So Nathan Kay, he's got his own agency in Islington, Shoreditch, and has a niche of clients where he's got the ability to take on the clients he wants rather than the volume from the public. So he works with a small bunch of people and he gets recommended on quite a large scale. And most of the property is like $1 million plus. So he's doing really, really great business and a niche business in Islington, Shoreditch, Clerkenwell. And opportunities come up for him all the time and he's doing really well.
Can I ask you, because I understand that this is a new company or new name?
So it's been, I've had it for a couple of years, but I've kind of made the decision the last few months that I want to go on my own. And I spoke to my boss who I worked for 8 years, but I've known him 20 years, and said, this is what I want to do. I love it here, but I've made the decision I want to leave, but I'm not in a hurry to leave. That's what I said to him. And I stayed on for about 6 weeks and just came up with the branding, the name, made it look all lovely.
Really nice, by the way.
Thank you. And it's been received really well. I've had some overwhelming support. Everyone's been so kind, and it started really well.
Where were you before, you don't mind me asking?
So I was at London and District Housing, who've been going about 30 years, and the chap that runs it, Mark Smith, was always so kind to me. And before that, when I was an agent for many years, I knew of him. He was like the #1 guy in the area. So I was like, always had a lot of respect for him. And one day I walked into his office and made a joke about his employee at the time. I said to him, you should extend your office and make a luxury toilet in his. He's useless. And he looked at me in a weird way. I thought, oh God, I've really overstepped the mark here. And he goes, you know, don't you? I was like, what do you mean? And he goes, he's been here 17 years. He resigned yesterday. And I was like, this is meant to be. I want that job. He goes, do you not think you should speak to your business partner or your wife first? I was like, yeah, probably should actually. And then we had a meeting a week later and made it all happen.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And when you left, were you a little bit emotional?
Yeah, we had a night out with the whole company. We had a massive hug. Nothing more. We speak every other day.
On that
Did you
question,
cry?
Did you cry?
Did I cry? No, I probably was close,
Yeah.
but we are very close.
Yeah.
The trust is there 100%. Well, from my side anyway. You know, I actually wish him all the luck in the world, and there's enough business to go around. There really is.
Yeah. So you were an agent before.
Before that, it's like going to not to the 90s before you have a go at me.
Matt's about to ask you about your CV from day one.
I can hear it.
Yeah.
So I
What
was
school did you go? What grades did you get?
Don't go there.
No.
It'll come off badly.
Yeah.
So from 2002
It's quite a long time ago.
yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it.
I wasn't even in secondary school.
Matt wasn't even born yet.
Yeah,
Just
I
get it
wasn't
out
born.
now, so we go.
But
past it.
Arsenal
How
were
were you born?
champions.
I was driving. I'm afraid to say.
2004 was the
Driving what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like 2002 to 2010. I was at Green & Co, which is like we used to call it the Jewish Foxtons.
Yeah.
Like the structure, the routine, the regimented, and it gave me an amazing basis for property. You learn the structure, you learn to speak to people, but it gave me a great book of clients for so many years. And before that, I got into property. Not that you asked me, I'm taking control of this, by the way. I used to work in cars. So I was in BMW in Park Lane, and this really nice Porsche turned up and pulled up next to the showroom. And I looked at this guy and I thought, he's going to buy something. And by the time he parked his car, I opened the door. How can I help? And he was the CEO of a company called Lambert Smith Hampton. And we got chatting, and I sold him 2 cars. That's how good I was. One for him, one for his wife. She didn't even want one. And then he said, you need to meet this guy, David Pollock, who runs Green & Co. I was like, okay, cool. And that was it.
Sort of seems like a lot of stuff has sort of fallen on your lap.
Very
Like
easy,
someone's
yeah.
looking after you from above.
Yeah, I've paid my dues.
Yeah, I
It's
was gonna
luck of the
say,
draw.
No, if you put the right karma out, then you generate your own luck.
I got to tell you, in hand on heart, I've worked so bloody hard from like 6 days a week for so many years, and I loved it. It didn't feel like work because I gave it 100%, and I see the people these days, not so much. Not everyone, but not so much. I gave it 100%. I pushed myself every day. I think I deserve it. Deserve a bit of luck. And everyone used to recommend me, and I did really well, and I really enjoyed it. It wasn't hard. And I really enjoyed, and I keep pushing myself to this day. Like, I don't know what enough is. It's not just money. It's success, happiness, recommendation, referral, all that.
Would you say that you're in your prime?
I think you lot are probably saying well past it, but I'd say I've got enough energy. I'm happy. I'm enjoying it, but I'm not satisfied. I'm nowhere near satisfied.
Will you ever be satisfied?
No, I'll drive myself mad forever.
So what's the point?
I love it. I absolutely love it. It's really good fun. I'm helping a lot of people. We help so many families that have a problem property that can use the cash to move on with their life. And, you know, these stories are so personal. I don't talk to anyone about them. You don't post on LinkedIn, that family at this address, we helped, give us a Blue Peter badge or something. But a lot of the stuff we do moves people on with the next stage of their life.
Yeah.
And people just think, you know, you're buying and selling. But I know a lot of people would give me a testimony that we've changed their life, where they've got an unsellable property, they couldn't move, or they couldn't pay the care home fees, or whatever that is. And we've stepped in and done the right thing. So there's a lot of background to it.
Gideon Gold, MBE,
Please God, yeah.
one day.
Overdue.
I'm interested to know, because you're predominantly resi.
Yes.
When would you and Al ever cross over?
We've had one conversation, really, haven't we? And I'm still waiting on you.
Do you know what the thing is? I found you so interesting. Professionally, not personally.
You would personally. As well.
I just found you so interesting because when we were in MIPM, every time you turn around, someone's offering you finance, and they're offering you finance on your finance. So I was thinking, do I look like I need that much finance as I'm walking around? And you meet someone that thinks, I do weird and wonderful religious centers. I was like, I want to talk to you. You're interesting. It was like a whole break from the whole scene. So I thought, do you know what? I've never spoken to someone like you guys. And if something comes up, I know who to call. And it was just really interesting. So we get offered stuff that could be fitting the bill.
Yeah.
And
Like you've got a social club, haven't you?
yeah, so like,
Which would convert massively.
yeah, so that kind of thing. And you explained to me clearly what you're after, and now it's on my radar for when it comes up. So I thought it was great meeting, and me and Nathan thought, you know what, that was probably the best meeting in MIPM, meeting someone different that we've never met before, and we can explore that as we go in the future.
Is MIPM I'm going MIPM next year.
There you
By
go.
the way. By the way.
Great.
I've been given the invitation. Are you going?
Yeah.
We're
It's
bringing
good.
our pet dog with us, like the little puppy.
Just
gonna wheel
Very
like a
hard.
Will you do? Will
Harsh
you
but
do?
fair.
We're gonna do some live podcasts out there. You want to jump on?
Yeah, sure. If it's not too late in the day, so I'm
Yeah.
all right. But yeah, I'm
It'll be fun.
around.
How many times have you been? Because I heard it was crap last year.
Yeah, the weather spoiled it, but 5 or 6 times. Not that many.
And is it beneficial?
I can correlate a couple of deals from it, definitely. Has it paid for it? Yes, it's paid for it. So I've justified it to the missus, and it's been really fun. Yeah.
Why don't anyone bring their wives or girlfriends to MIPM?
Someone I know met up with their wife afterwards.
Okay.
Is
But
that Nathan?
no, it was a guy called Nick. He
Okay.
met up with his wife afterwards, I think in Monaco, but I think they'd hate it. They genuinely hate it because there's all us lot who know each other.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
The way you guys explained it to me, everyone just sits in a square and mingles. I was like, what do you mean? But like the first day we sat down and
It's a lad's day out with
yeah.
a few women loitering around.
We're going to get out there.
Probably sounds the wrong way.
We go on the Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We go on the Monday, the calm before the storm. It's really nice.
A bit more chilled out on the Monday.
You mentioned that he's offered you a couple of things before.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we've talked about something, but he's still cooking, so I'm waiting to do something.
Yeah, I did try and put something your way
Yeah.
exactly that would have worked,
Yeah.
but I think the dynamics, because there's like 85 members, to make a decision and move forward is really hard, as you know.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, so that's been difficult, and their expectations, as usual, is far too high.
It will come.
Do you do any agency stuff now?
So I actually still have an agency, but I'm a terrible manager, but I accept that. So we have someone running the agency for us that's brilliant, but I still get a lot of clients come to me and I refer them back to them.
Why are you a terrible manager? I find that as well. I just
You're not
get
terrible.
caught up in the fun a little bit. No, but
You're
That's what he
amazing.
wants me to say.
no, I don't.
I think it's come from not accepting that people won't work as hard as you and not accepting they won't care as much, which I can't deal with very well.
Yeah.
Explaining something to someone carefully and then them messing it up, I don't do well with. But I work so hard and give them a lot of respect. If it's not given back to me or they don't update me or do what I've asked, I can't cope very well.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about hurting someone or hitting them.
No.
It's just not good for my stress.
Yeah. Sounds like the opposite of you, Al.
I'm pretty laid back, aren't
Yeah,
I? I
yeah.
trust in you. You guys are committed, so I don't have to worry.
But I think for me, it's like let's say in the gym, you have to trust me, I do go, but I'd like food as well. When I'm in the gym, I say, I'm not feeling well today. It's like, if I wasn't feeling well, I'd still show up, and always it's on a Monday or a Friday. So there's a pattern there.
When did that occur? Because I saw an old picture of you. You were quite fat, and like you, but
You should speak more straight rather than hold back.
That's not very nice.
Old
quite
picture.
fat.
No, you were.
Chunky.
Yeah, you were a bit fat.
Voluptuous.
Just say you had a
And-
glow up.
Yeah,
I can
And-
take it. That was fine.
and your hair was shocking. But you've got in really good shape, and I think that you suit the bald head actually.
Well, it worked out well then on that basis. But I did a side parting today, as you can tell. But thankfully that suits me. But I actually saw a picture of myself. We had a night out and there was this famous model in the thing. So before she introduced herself to me, I introduced myself to her and had a picture. And then you look back at the picture and it was disgusting. I'll show you afterwards. I thought, this is horrific.
Can we get that screenshot and then drop Tim, please?
Yeah,
I'll show it
100%.
to you. And my jumper was so tight as well. It was horrific. And from that moment, I actually went on a diet and worked really hard. And I have changed my habits, but I just like food too much.
So that was your sort of epiphany.
Yeah, definitely. Major moment, actually. Yeah.
And what, like, sign up to the gym next day? Started
Just
grinding?
changed my routine. I play football each week. I play tennis. I play a bit of paddle. But I just eat too much food.
Okay.
But ongoing. But next podcast, if you'll ever have me on again, which is unlikely,
MIPM in
MIPM.
March.
I promise you'll see a big difference.
Okay, I believe you.
So-
What?
From now.
You still got? What's your guilty pleasure?
Women. No, just snacking.
Yeah, like what though? Like peanut butter?
Crisps, chocolate, which I shouldn't have.
Why don't you tell everyone what you had for lunch today?
Why is that
You can
relevant?
get away with
Tell
it.
everyone
You
what
can
you
get
had
away
for
with
lunch
it.
No, he can't bulk up though. That's
Yeah,
the
no, I
problem.
literally can't put on.
I feel so
Tell
sorry
Gideon
for
what you
you.
had for lunch today.
I had chickpeas and Monster Munch.
Chickpeas out of a can. Just,
We should swap diets for a week
Yeah.
or two. We'll equal each other out.
but then yesterday, would you have 3.5 Big Macs?
Or
No
Okay.
way.
yeah, it was a challenge. I fucked it.
No way. I couldn't do that.
Well, the aim was to get 6, and I couldn't. I hit a wall.
I could do that.
Yeah, just impossible.
I could do that quite
You couldn't
easily,
have
Aaron.
6.
All right,
I'm
so
telling
when are
you.
we going to see? When am I going to see you guys next? Do you reckon in MIPM?
Yeah, well, we might be doing a paddle tournament, so you can come to that.
If you need someone really bad, let me know.
Yeah.
I'm available.
You can go on Matt's
We
team.
got
man.
Joe for that.
I'm available, but I'm not very good. I'm better at tennis.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Let's go back to business, Gideon.
I like it when you take control.
Very
It's
serious.
nice.
Can you specify what opportunities you seek?
So what
I know you're talking about derelict
Yeah.
properties, but a little bit more.
By the way, I like that. You should maybe take that catch name up, Mr. Derelict. Yeah.
It's a good For the
Yeah.
next one, I will.
Yeah.
Hashtag it.
Yeah.
So the worse the better. It could be anything. I'm very open to opportunities. So whether it's South London, North London, Hertfordshire, so I'm open. But it's usually the property, not anything specific. So whether it's a short lease, whether it's falling down, whether it's someone needs it done this week, it doesn't matter. So I'm very open. But the worse the better. We've bought, someone phoned me and said, I've got something for you. A rabbi's selling, so I thought of you. Please stop being so stereotypical. It doesn't matter who's selling. And he said, what do you want to pay? I said, okay, give me some guidelines. So I made an offer. He goes, no, you're far too low. I said, okay, tell me what they want then. So I told him, he goes, okay, we'll take that. They haven't got any leases or paperwork. You have to do the leases. Oh, and he wants it exchanged in a week. So we'll do everything weird, wonderful, exciting, and really unusual. So anything really, but it's just for me to be open and truthful to anyone selling. If they've got a problem, I know this is going to sound like the A-team intro. If they've got a problem, we can justify what we want to pay fairly because we can justify the problem.
You're not a charity, though, and you were chatting about the good that you've done. So how do you weigh up that balance?
So a lot of the time, the price doesn't work for someone because they think we're paying too low. If we break it down and say, listen, on a £600,000 purchase for us, 40 grand stamp duty. That's so we're now at nearly 650 with legal fees. So I usually break down to everyone directly. These are the costs. These are the issues. These are the implications, and they usually understand most of the time. So I think you've got to be open, honest, and tell them about actually it's not cheap to refurbish a house or buy this or people think, oh, my tenants, you just take them over. You look into it these days, it's a minefield with tenants. If they haven't been given the prescribed information, any sections are invalid. And you've got these companies now that work for free to chase and help tenants get rent repayment orders. So you weren't given that when you moved in. You can claim a year's worth of rent for free. We want a little cut, but go for it. So the landscape has changed and people don't understand what we have to go through and the risks we're taking.
Is there? I remember when you were on, they said there was some form of incentive for people recommending or referring buildings to you guys. Do you have a similar thought?
Yeah, so we offer a minimum of 2% of the purchase price, but everything is different. So usually we like to give a bit more if it goes well as a thank you.
So what's the most anyone's earned?
Probably over 20,000 on something, but it was quite unusual and quite big, and we managed to gain planning for something quite special, but that was a one-off. Usually probably a few £1,000s.
Did it hurt to hand over that 20 Gs?
No, we would never have got it, and we might have another one coming from that person.
Mm.
So I always like to do the right thing and be generous because you're kind of like that person will remember you on the next one.
Good.
It's like karma comes out on every pod.
Every
doesn't it?
pod.
I've got a question. So clearly you've started a new company recently. How has your mindset changed from being an employee to being the decision maker? And sort of from a risk averse perspective, are you now being more conscious about what you're buying because it's on, not that it wasn't, but it's more on your neck now than it might have been previously?
So I was self-employed at the last
You were.
place. So I get a share of the profit.
Yeah.
But I also had to pay a share of the loss if it went wrong.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same thing for me. I was actually more cautious than probably my boss sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's probably a similar mindset, but I'm putting a lot more pressure on myself to just be structured, organized. But probably the biggest thing these days is just getting back to people really quickly and giving them the feedback. So you guys will know if you offer someone to something and you don't hear back, it's really disheartening. And you think, what? I don't really want to phone that guy again. If someone comes back to you straight away, it's not for me, but these are the reasons why. You guys appreciate that. I'm trying to be really conscious of updating people, being kind, being nice, telling them why, spending the time. Years ago, someone who I won't mention their name, I used to see, didn't phone people back if it was a rubbish deal. And if they phoned him and went through something that didn't work, he'd shout at them. So I always see his face when I get really angry that someone's wasted my time. I see his face like there. And I've never, ever had a go at someone for offering me rubbish, because you never know what will come from the next phone call.
And how were you finding it doing what you were doing previously, but also having to run a business attached to that? Does that bring its own difficulties?
Yeah, so I've been really busy like the last few years with personalities and different things on the go.
Yeah.
But I really enjoy being busy, like we all do. Enjoy being busy, enjoy helping people, enjoy doing well. But I want to, as soppy as it sounds, I want my family to have fun and enjoy themselves. And I've got a lot of things I'd like to do and achieve.
Yeah.
And do you think that social media has had a massive impact? Is that why you sort of started your own sort of thing, so you could grab that by the horns and control that on socials?
Yeah, well, I've nearly got 3 followers on my Insta now. So actually, that reminds me of something different. I interviewed someone. I'll go back to that in a second. And we're interviewing him, and it's going really well. And one of the things he said is, I tripled one of my clients' portfolios. We're like, excellent. It was shrewd investing there. And then we said, so what did they start at and what did you get them to? And he was hesitant. Would you believe it started at 1 and ended at 3? So that was the end of the interview after he tried to blag that. Sorry.
3 what?
Properties.
That's
That was
decent, no?
No, but from 1 to 3, we thought it was like 100 to 300.
Still tripled.
Well, not as what we thought it was. But anyway.
That's something Matt would say in an interview.
And just, I know you're going to come back to the social stuff, but talking of interviewing people, how hard is finding good staff? I mean, we've encountered the issues. I hope you'd say Ben and I are good for you, but do you?
He's still looking for the right people.
Yeah, you said you get frustrated managing people. Is that because of the capabilities of the people you're hiring and difficulty finding good staff?
I think the world's changed. Whereas if you're 16, 17, 18 starting out now, if you're incredible at tech and social media, you can get a job 40, 50 grand sitting at home, never work a weekend. And if you can, do it. Because when I grew up, you're like, okay, you know what? I'm not sure what I want to do. I know I'm good with people. Let's get out there. And
Go and
that's
hustle.
what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Are there kids out there that want to go and hustle these days? I'm sure there are, yeah.
But if you don't have to, and you can work from home and you're guaranteed a bigger salary, why not? I know a lot of people that work for Meta or Facebook that are really intelligent, but they earn so well and they work from home. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Could you work from home? Is that something that you could do?
We recently moved house, as I mentioned to you, and I set up a little office, and I've never had like a printer at home. This is like such a big deal to be able to, I can print.
Do you have a fax machine as well?
I know because of my age you think I do, but I don't. I have a scanner. I know how to use it. So having a printer, having a little office. When I used to get back from holiday, I used to go in the next day at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. But now, obviously, I don't need to. So working from home, I do 1 day a week at home. And it's really nice. I really enjoy the peace, the quiet, because I'm self-motivated. I don't need anyone to tell me get to work. I'm at my desk from 7:30 till 6.
Have you got kids?
I've got 2 that I know of.
Okay. I've said that before. But
A boy of 13, the girl of 12.
how's it peaceful at home then?
When they're not there.
Okay.
That's why it's peaceful.
Yeah.
So yeah, so when they're away or out the house, it's nice to say goodbye to them in the morning because normally I don't see them. When I work from home, I'm there. Say goodbye to them, but they're a year and a week apart, which was.
But you were busy.
Yeah, you had a busy year.
So that's actually interesting. So we were trying to get pregnant for a bit, and my wife said to me, "I'm pregnant," and I was playing FIFA at the time, so wanted to score that. wanted to
Didn't
score
really take much notice.
I wanted to score that goal, so I was like, "Hold on 1 second." Say that again, please. She said it again. I said, do another test. She said, I've done 3. Okay, we're good. So then when my son was 3 months old, she phones me at work and says, I'm pregnant. I was like, we just had this conversation. But thankfully they get on well. Been a real blessing. They're both healthy. We just had the bar and bat mitzvah. We managed to do what they called a b'nai mitzvah, which you might not have heard of, which is basically, yes, because he's 13, she's 12.
Yeah.
I know I love a deal, but a 2 for 1.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Fantastic.
Smashed
So
that.
you had an expensive year.
Yeah,
then,
imagine
I
that
take
would
it.
be-
Yeah, so like moving house, starting a new company, getting that out of the way. I'm like, right, let's go. So that's another reason I'm really up for it. I'm really motivated. I'm really excited to just let's go now.
Sort of like a new chapter, like
Delighted.
a fresh start.
I'm so excited.
You've leveled up.
Yeah.
And do you, this might be a little bit personal, are you at a point where you could relax a little bit? Like you don't have to work tirelessly every single day?
Not a chance.
Really?
I've got aspirations that I want my kids to have, not materialistic stuff, but I want them to have a good start in life, education and experiences. I know this again sounds maybe a bit soppy, but I think I want them to have everything they need growing up, security, and set them on the right path. So I'm quite tough with them. But I think things like, you know, I'd like to take them to a season ticket at Arsenal. I'd like that. I'm waiting for that. I might get some abuse for saying Arsenal, right?
No.
But a season ticket for that, these little things, going to nice places, exploring that, having some rental investments. I mean, the list never ends, but it's not a materialist. It's like, what's good for me? What's good for my family? What's good for the future? And at the same time, you know, anyone can unfortunately die tomorrow. You never know. You want to look back and think, had a good life, worked my ass off, and done what I could for my family. That's how my brain goes.
Did you have those securities when you were growing up?
My mum and dad were very careful, but they worked really hard. I didn't want for
What do you
anything.
mean careful, like frugal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just never spent anything on themselves, really. And they had me wanting everything, like a spoiled brat.
Only child?
Kind of. Long story. Long story.
What have we got here?
Joke or
No, happy to go into it, but a long story. But I never, they were always very generous, but they saved a lot of money, very careful, old school, very old school. But I just don't think I ever wanted to push it or take advantage. So I never really asked for anything.
My dad was quite frugal. First new car was a Skoda. He bought a Betamax instead of a VHS video. And the first colour TV, it wasn't push buttons, it was tuning in.
Wow.
Never went for it.
I feel young now.
Yeah.
You can't understand what he's saying.
I'm thinking it was frugal.
Yeah.
You can't understand what
frugal
he's saying.
means like tight.
Yeah.
Maybe not tight, but extra careful.
I was
with your
saying
done.
careful to be polite about everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, they were tight Jews.
Yes, basically, yes.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. And
we all know this. We've all grown up around
looking- you're
parents,
looking at one,
grandparents.
yeah.
No, but we're all from the faith to an extent. So
Absolutely.
he's honorary.
Yes, definitely.
He called me a mensch the other day. I keep telling him.
So
that.
cute.
He had no idea.
That's so
what-
cute. That's the highest accolade.
you
you'll
called
get.
him a mensch.
I know, but I heard him say it, and I said, "Ow, do you know what you just said?" And he was like,
We were a bottle in.
"I think we were three boxing."
Yeah.
But yeah.
Love
Did
it.
you just look at him and go, "You are a mensch"?
I can't remember what the situation was.
Yeah,
but
sun
yeah.
was shining. It was nice.
Probably a
Do you
young
know who I've
lady
just
walked
clocked that you
past
look a
and
lot
then
like?
made a statement.
Maresca.
Yeah.
Only because he's got no hair.
No, you
No,
look
the
a little
beard-
bit
the
like him.
beard as
I
well.
thought you maybe say Jason Statham or something. You know,
I always get David Gandy, so I know it's
Get Jurgen Klopp.
yeah.
cross between the two.
Jurgen Klopp if he ate Jurgen Klopp. No offense. No offense.
Matt, why'd you keep fat shaming people today? That's the second time.
Sorry. So what? Sorry. So why are you sort of an only child?
Okay, so I've got a sister that's 14 years older than me.
I thought you were going to say 14 years old.
No, and she's never met my wife. She's never met my kids. I don't mind talking about it. And she was just really not cool growing up, really unkind to my parents, and just really horrible. So we thought, you know what? We're better off having a great life without someone upsetting us. And like she phoned me when my daughter was born because someone told her I had a daughter. She phones me up and goes, "Gideon, it's your sister." "Oh, hello. Not spoken to you in like 10 years. I hear you've had a daughter." Like, "Yes, Mazel Tov. Thank you. What do you name her?" "Lily." "I've always hated that name."
What a bitch.
So I was like, "Thanks for your call. I won't be speaking to you again."
What?
And that was it.
Is she on the spectrum?
She might be. I don't know. You probably know as much about her as I do now.
Really?
So it's just, I think was really horrible, really toxic in our lives.
She said, "I hate that name."
No, word for word. So I thought to myself, you know what? I don't need this. I don't need you in my life. We're good. That's it. I'd rather have someone like we probably all would, someone with bad energy, toxic. I can't face that. So when someone asks me if I've got any siblings, it takes me like half a second to remember.
Yeah.
But I'm cool talking about it.
You might be her brother, but she's not your sister.
Amazing way to say it.
Yeah.
And on that, 2 weeks ago, an agent phoned me. He says, Gideon, I've got something for you. You need to come and have a look at this. Okay. Oh, I spoke to your sister last week. Sorry? I thought he said solicitor. I spoke to your sister. I said, what are you talking about? I've managed her flat for 5 years. I said, why have you never told me this? I've known this guy 15 years. He goes, oh, didn't think of it. Anyway, so I went to see him to talk about it, and he knows my sister better than me. Really weird. But that was 2 weeks ago.
Oh my God.
That was really weird.
Nice flat?
Don't know. didn't ask.
You
too
didn't
much.
use your software?
I looked where it is and everything, but good luck to her, whatever.
Good luck to her. Okay, let's go back to social media. Do you manage your own socials?
Yeah, so social media has been a big deal for me. So when COVID hit, I was thinking to myself, how am I going to get out of there? How am I going to speak to people? How am I going to get in front of people? And people think, call Gideon when there's something terrible. So I started using LinkedIn a lot more, which I found is unbelievable. And you guys are active on it as well. So I think I started saying, this is what I do. Give me a call. Can we chat? And it's been unbelievable. I've done a lot of business from LinkedIn. And the other day, on Tuesday, earlier this week, I was at a networking event in St. John's Wood. I was talking to someone, I was saying, oh, LinkedIn's amazing. And some guy comes up to me and says, excuse me, are you Gideon? As I was talking, I recognize you from LinkedIn. It was like a paid advert.
Yeah.
And we've just done so much business from that over the years. I spoke to, as an example, a lady who's a damp specialist in Birmingham. It's like, hi, what do you do? How can I help you? And then she was like, well, how can I help you? So like having a great chat. And she says, listen, I've got this property. My daughter's boyfriend's dad is selling a property in East Dulwich. I was like, I don't know. I'll have a chat with him, see if I can help. Unmodernized house. He lives abroad. He wanted it sold. We made him an offer and bought it.
Wow.
And that came from
The
a chat
power
on
of
LinkedIn.
social media
It's
is
unbelievable.
mental.
Do you find the clicks and the likes, they link to the people and recognize it? Because with the podcast, when we were in MIPM, so many people came up to us and were like, oh, you're the guys from the pod, but they never like it or they never repost it. So I think people see it sometimes.
Watch
and-
from afar.
Yeah.
I find a lot of people will look but not like.
Yeah.
And like someone will not like whatever I've put on, but say, oh, I saw you were in Clapham yesterday, but they wouldn't have liked it or commented. But
It's strange. It's so
for
weird.
Instagram,
I'm guilty.
my account is pretty awful, but it's fun. And I know people are looking, seeing I'm active, I'm out, I'm doing something,
Yeah.
and I'm quite jovial on Instagram. And on LinkedIn, it's a bit more professional. But
That's one of the reasons we did the pod, because the stuff that was professional on LinkedIn was so
Boring.
boring
It
and
is, yeah.
sterile
Vanilla.
and awkward. And we're like, let's just be casual and just show our personality.
I know I'm here now, but your podcast, I watch it and enjoy it because it's just real and it's fun and that's really enjoyable rather than being stiff.
One day we'll put the outtakes on.
Okay, you
No,
do
we
that.
won't.
Do you?
No, we won't.
We can't ever.
You get so many
We'll be
complaints.
in-
Yeah, we'd have to shut the
That'd be a
company.
HR disaster.
Yeah.
It'll be a HMP disaster.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Right. You're right in saying though that people see it and don't like it.
I think
was-
we're all sort of guilty. I'm guilty of doing that. If I see something, oh, it's that, but you just forget to like and
You know, a lot of my friends, the close ones, I know every time, not to make you feel guilty,
Yeah.
they're liking it. Even if it's
Loyalty.
rubbish,
Yeah.
they will like it
Yeah.
as like a sympathy like.
We don't really have that.
You don't need it. You don't need it. That's why.
What sympathy like?
We don't really have that. I saw
Me and Joe always like.
I saw Jack Whitehall in the airport the other day, and he said that he watches all of my stuff. Doesn't follow me. Never liked any of my things.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Do you want to announce on the podcast who followed you yesterday?
Yeah. Sol Campbell
Nice.
and Luke
Judas.
Littler.
Judas. And who?
Luke Littler.
Oh, I
Darts
thought I
player.
heard something else there.
Yeah. Talk to me about fatherhood a little bit more. I want you to go a bit more in depth about that because I'm looking to be a father soon potentially.
Okay.
Don't buy a word he says.
I'm not joking.
So I think there's never the right time, just to give you some confidence in that. But probably the sooner the better. So you can run around with them, chuck them up, and enjoy yourself. But I think before their kids were born, any little noise or whatever, I wouldn't care. I could sleep through anything. I could sleep through a tornado. Now you hear a noise, you're like, are they okay? So it's like there's something in you that part of you, like part of them, is part of you, and that love is like. Someone said to me years ago, if you're on a roof and you've got the missus on one side and one of your kids on the other, you know the missus is going down.
Yeah.
Right. And I was like, what? That is so rude. And I'm like, yeah, obviously. But that's just how you feel for them. But
You agree?
100%. And the crying, any little noise. I haven't slept well now. Well, my oldest
20
is 20.
years.
Yeah, she's 29. My
That's because you
oldest.
drink 5 coffees. Nothing to do with the kids.
I feel like having kids, there's a vulnerability
Yeah.
that goes with it.
What do you really worry about your children?
100%. 100%.
Like, it might be subconscious, but I'm telling you, any little noise, I sleep so lightly. You're there.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, my wife, take her.
My wife.
Just,
what, regardless of
Yeah,
the fire,
just
if it's not on fire.
Take
By the
her.
way, cut that because she will.
She'll be all right. She knows I'm
what's
joking.
odd.
Yeah, do you know what? I think also on that, you come home from a bad day and they open the door and smile, give you a hug. It's unbelievable.
They give you so much purpose.
For all the
I've
grief,
said
it's
this.
unbelievable.
There have been times, we're going back a while, but there have been times I want to just curl up on the floor and cry, but you can't. You just got to get up and go again. You see them and they give you strength. Just got to move forward.
Have there been times where you wanted to do that?
There you go.
That's when I
Get your
joined.
sympathy,
You
yeah.
wanted to come home and cry.
Well, no, it's like
My
when,
business is
when
failed.
I found out my wife was pregnant with the first. I mean, I couldn't look at her for a week. And she knows
Not
this
knowing if
first.
it was yours.
No, I mean, I was
He was
like
angry. He
20,
was so angry.
24, 25. I mean, that wasn't part of my plan. That's
You
the.
did have some involvement,
And
right?
Yeah,
he's not 100%.
Listen, men can be naive at the best of times. So it's a bit of naivety, but I will vouch for it. For a week, I was
You were just angry. You just sat at your desk.
angry at the world.
Yeah.
Why?
But
Because he couldn't play golf anymore.
no, I just
How
it wa-
many years ago was that?
my son's
Why are you
6 in March. My oldest.
So you're good. Another one?
Yeah, I wouldn't. I've got another one.
So you
I've
did
got
it
a-
again then?
No, now I wouldn't change it for the world. But at the time, I was just in a different place in life. It was, yeah.
But the sooner the better. Just
Now
Get
I'd
on with
say
it.
that 100%. Because by the time I'm 40, I'll have 2 kids that hopefully will fend for themselves, and I'll be able to live a
By the time
life.
you're 40.
Yeah.
I was
I
thinking the
won't be
same.
out. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I've got a 1-year-old now, so I've done it.
no
again.
way.
Yeah.
29 down to 1,
Yeah.
and about 1,000
I'm
in
loving it.
between.
Congrats.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's like I'm a grandparent this time.
Well, you are a grandparent.
No, I'm not a grandparent. None of my kids have got kids.
Jenny looks like a grandparent.
Oh, is it one of your?
Oh,
kids
is that
pregnant?
what a grandparent is?
Your kids will keep you young.
Yeah, I feel the same. But I'm so enjoying it. And I've said this analogy to others, so I'm boring you guys. But the analogy I use is if you imagine it's a World Cup final and you've got the host chatting to some football pundits and they say, what are these players going through, guys? They will say they need to take it in and enjoy the moment. Yeah.
Mm.
And now, this time, because I've got enough financial security and I'm not running around mad,
Yeah.
3 a.m, where the missus might be losing her shit and just wants to sleep, I'm like, it's fine. I'm going to
Amazing.
miss this when they're not crying in my arms, just enjoy the moment. And I am loving it.
No, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well done.
Do you think any more to come?
When she's got had a lot of sleep, she wants another one, but generally, no.
Never say never.
Al wants me to have a kid.
Yeah, I
Every
do.
time we have a couple of drinks, she's like, reckon anytime soon? I'm like, I need to have a girlfriend first.
You
Yeah.
don't.
Not necessarily, actually.
True.
You could adopt
Well, I don't want to do that.
with your boyfriend, or
All right, Joe.
Gideon, what's the most amount of money you made in a year?
Wow.
Jesus. Off a deal, maybe.
Yeah, maybe
not,
off one deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fuck that.
No, that's a bit personal.
Give me the gory details.
I don't actually know, but it's I tell you, I'll answer in a different way without being too diplomatic. One day in, I think it was the year 2020, 5 years ago, I had 3 deals complete on the same day randomly, and 3 different deals. And the accounts lady put the profit loss on my desk and went out, and I was doing something, I didn't notice it. Then I looked at it, I was reading it, and I just burst into tears because it was like I'd never been paid such a good amount of money before. And then I looked outside, and all 3 of the girls are looking in, watching me because they were so happy for me. And that was a big moment then where I was able to put a lot of money in savings and like share it with my family and do the right things. But it's not easy to make money these days. But I've been working honestly relentlessly, and there's been some great deals, but some really risky deals, which I can come on to, that, you know, there is a risk reward there, and we've done very well over the years.
Mm.
And biggest mishap, be it buying, be it agent, sort of.
So I mentioned earlier that something unique about me, you know, my track record was this guy walks in when I was an agent, and he says, I want to view this flat. So I asked this younger lad, do you mind taking this chap out on a viewing? Takes him out on the viewing, comes back, he goes, right, I want to buy the flat. Oh, I'm available now. So bring him over to my desk. He's like, okay. He offers the asking price. I was like, I think I can do it. So then agree the deal, survey, exchange, completion, whatever. Collects the keys. Then he phones me at 6:30 on a Friday. Normally I'm at home Friday night dinner. He's lucky I'm still in the office. So he calls me, he goes, I can't get into my flat. I'm like, okay, I'll come down. So I go and meet him, and I say, hi, how are you? Congratulations. I start walking to the door. He goes, where are you going? I said, I'm going to the door. He goes, the door's over there. I said, no, the door's over there. So I open the door to the flat. Mice, spiders, everything comes out. He said, this isn't my flat. It turns out that the guy from our office took him to the other flat that we used to have on that was fully refurbished, and he went to see, he bought the unmodernized one.
That's a sackable offence.
I actually sold the wrong flat.
How
But
did that end?
his lawyer, his surveyor, no one picked up on it, and he knew that it wasn't on purpose. So we spoke.
Did he lose his shit, or was he?
He went
accommodated?
nuts.
Were they identical flats? Just one was refurbished,
Identical
one
flats.
wasn't.
In a block. One was disgusting, one was amazing. And on the Friday night, he phones me, obviously after that, and starts swearing, shouting, screaming. I'm probably crying from what I remember. So I phoned my boss, explained the situation, burst out in laughter. So have a great weekend, we'll deal with it Monday. I phoned my other boss, I was like, explaining, he goes, nothing you can do, just I'll see you Monday. The guy went legal on us, but knew that I didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah.
4 years later, he phones me up to rent it out. So,
No way.
so it worked out.
Laugh about it in the end.
Laughed about it in the end, but he bought it for 250. It's probably worth 500 now.
Okay.
But in hindsight, it's
That is so
But I did sell the wrong flat. And the other funny one was
Someone must have been liable. His lawyers
must have been the lawyer, because the paperwork's all there.
Yeah.
The other one was not far from there. We're looking in a loft to see how big the loft was. It was with a buyer that I knew quite well. I missed one of the beams, and my legs were dangling through the ceiling. So rather than help me, he went downstairs to take loads of photos and send it around to all his friends and to my office. So when I got back to the office, everyone knew that I'd fallen through the ceiling, nearly. But he did buy the flat.
I was chatting to Joe on the phone a couple of years ago, and someone had put a bit of plank of wood across a manhole, and I'm taking a photograph of a building, and then I just went straight down.
You have a Family Guy when Peter used to hurt himself, and all I could hear is for a good minute or so, and
How far down?
Wait, well, my arms naturally went like that, so I'm just look. I was
Just the head,
standing,
yeah.
and then literally the ground was there, and I was like, "What's going on?" And everything hurts. Mate, there were meters below me. If my arms hadn't gone out, I'd have carried on going. I'd have been in the Thames.
That's scary.
Lucky you're a
Wow.
strong swimmer.
Yeah.
Can you tell me the lowest point of your career?
I think when 2008 hit, when like Lehman Brothers collapsed, it was very tough. I'd just gone to open a new office for this company, and you're like, who wants to buy a flat? Who wants to sell? And people are just hanging up on you. That was really tough when you had to really, really work and no one was buying. There was no demand. But I think it was Brexit that was really hard. When I had my own business, we
Was that
lost
2016?
like 2016, 17, something like that. We lost from our pipeline of deals £250,000 in fees in one day.
Oh.
And that weekend I was going to Goodwood Festival,
Next week.
and
Wouldn't have 8 years ago.
I
9
got
years
there
ago now.
and I started being sick everywhere. I thought, what is wrong with me? But I was driving, so I couldn't blame anyone. But I realised it was stress, because we had 3 offices that I was running, all 3 at the time. And you lose that kind of money. Think, like, how am I going to support these people? How am I going to support the business? And it was really like, I was being sick from stress. That's how bad it was. And we actually gave back one of our premises, consolidated, and it was probably the best thing
What's
to do.
consolidated?
Got rid of some costs,
Right.
got rid of some people, did what was right, and moved forward.
Jesus.
And how do you compare today's market to those times? Clearly,
So much easier.
really.
So much easier. I think houses, let's talk about resi houses. Resi houses in good areas will always sell. Very easy. Garden flats sell like COVID times. And commercial, I think there's an appetite for commercial. It's much more solid the way the renters' rights bill's going. Commercial is becoming more solid. We've offered on a building in Islington, great shop and uppers, which we want to keep. We've offered the asking price, full price, and we want to keep it. So we think commercial is a safe bet compared to what the government are doing right now.
And I presume everything is faced towards tenants at the moment. When you're a landlord, you're getting stung here, there, and everywhere. I presume that's not going to change with this government in place. Do you see your model venturing more into the commercial sector because of those sorts of
Yeah, I think we're
difficulties?
much more open to commercial now than ever before.
Yeah.
I think it's easier. But with the resi side, I think, we are looking very carefully at who our tenants are more than ever, without being discriminating at all. We're just trying to pick the right tenant. So like we've got a few tenants that are single guys. They're never there. They go out. They don't cook. They don't know how to cook. So the oven's still brand new.
Yeah.
The microwave's been used. But
The same way that a commercial landlord would vet a business, you're now having to do for
yeah,
single
the
individuals.
government have made it. I'm sure, you guys feel that the government have made a lot of stupid short-term decisions, and landlords are thinking, well, I don't want to be a landlord. I'll sell. Lack of properties. It's worse for tenants than ever before.
Yeah. Now we see the banks getting into build to rent and whatnot. I mean, rent's probably going to increase significantly. And
Yeah, it's much more expensive than ever before to rent.
Yeah.
They haven't helped the system at all.
Yeah.
Pathetic.
Yeah.
Sorry, getting a passionate rant there.
Oh, that's okay. What was the lowest point of your career? The lowest. Rock bottom.
This is because I was curled up in a ball crying. Yeah.
That is what
Yeah.
he said. Yeah.
Don't know. There was. I mean, I started when Lehman's happened. I found myself kicking my heels a little bit. I worked for a prop co, but I wasn't doing anything there. So I left, and I saw there was an angle with distressed buildings and this church market that no one wanted to touch. So that's where I started. But within 2-3 years of that, there was a period like, what have I done? I had 3 kids at that moment, and I was not making enough money really to make ends meet. And I really was struggling. There was a couple of times where I thought, well, how do I even get back into employment? And, swallowing your pride to go and do that. And there were some tough moments, but I hang in there, and then it came good. So it was around that time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Just looking at the Lehman Brothers now, how did that, I'm being an idiot here, how did that have such an effect on everything else if it was just an
It
American
was like
bank?
a world changing moment where stock markets, housing market, people didn't want to spend any money. We had people that were buying stuff at, let's say, £2 million. They then came back and said, I can only pay 1.5. Everyone was scared. No one knew what was happening.
Lehman Brothers was a major global financial institution, notably the 4th largest investment bank in the US, filed for bankruptcy in 2008, triggering a significant part of the 2008 financial crisis. The bankruptcy, the largest in US history, involved $639 billion in assets.
Watch The Big Short.
Yeah, I've seen The Big Short.
Yeah.
But did you
Didn't really
take it in?
understand
Banks
it,
went on the run.
but that showed people that benefited from it. Didn't really show people that suffered from it.
Well, it's both ways.
But how did us in the UK suffer from that when it was just a...
Because it's a worldwide economy. What happens in America is felt all around the world. And Lehman Brothers were based in the UK as well. They weren't the only bank to go down, but it was because people were taking debt on stuff that they were overstretched. There was not, I mean, you probably back in the day to get a mortgage was far easier than what it is as of today. And
Yeah, it's all that subprime.
Yeah.
subprime. I remember that.
That's
Yeah.
what it was.
Triple A, triple B.
so you did take it in there.
Yeah, but I didn't really get it. Yeah.
There's now protocols in place whereby to obtain debt from a bank, it's far more difficult than it would have been pre-2008. That's not the main reason why, but
Will it ever happen again?
it happened in the 30s with the Great Depression. I mean, probably, but not for a while.
Do you think that it's for the rich? Would it be, or for the
It's getting
people that have
very
money?
deep.
Is it good for? Would it be good for you?
No.
Not overall. No. It's just as long as the market's moving in a direction, that's for me. That's good actually. If when the market stands still, that's not good. But for me, if there was a crash, let's say, it would be very difficult because people don't move. But as long as the market's okay, that's probably suits everyone. It's hard at the moment because it's harder to borrow money. Costs are higher. So it's not easy to do as many deals as you did before.
Yeah, but people have been saying that since I was born. So will it ever get better?
I think finances are difficult these days. Cost of living, we know, it's gone up. Everything's gone up. It's hard. It is harder for people. London is hard to earn a lot of money and live in London.
London is stupid.
Because rent is so high as well.
Yeah. Stupidly expensive.
Mm. But, you know, for buy-to-lets, it's good.
Yeah. Interesting. Mm.
Matt's gone deep there.
I've
hasn't he?
never had such a
I don't-
deep conversation.
Yeah, I don't
before.
really know about this stuff. I probably should.
Where do you live?
Loughton.
Essex?
Loughton.
Okay, yeah.
And the houses there was ridiculous.
There's some
I
beautiful
asked
houses.
Thingy, do you know Neil Leahy from Butler and Stag?
I don't-
No.
I said to him, if I had 50 G's, what could I do? And he was like, not much. And I'm just thinking, how is someone that works at Sainsbury's on £10 an hour ever going to move to a house?
I have to move out of London.
Go up north.
What, have to?
I looked at a house in Blackpool this week, 4-bedroom house for 99,000.
We were talking about when we went to Leeds, weren't we?
Was it derelict?
Yeah.
Standard house, up at terraced house or
My daughter's thinking of, she went to university in Sheffield, so she's thinking maybe the first place she buys is up there.
Why
Really,
not?
There's nothing there.
Ben's got a reason to go to Sheffield. Yeah, but you say that.
Sheffield.
You say there's nothing there. Have you ever been to Sheffield?
That's
Well,
what
your
we were saying.
family isn't there.
No,
so.
but you want to live a certain life.
And she can work remote
That's-
as well.
yeah.
Wouldn't matter.
When me and Al went to Leeds for UK Reef, the house price is so much cheaper up there, but the city's still, like, it's obviously not London, but there's still like
A lot
Tesco's
going
and
on.
McDonald's there. There's still things there.
You're not in Timbuktu,
Yeah.
of course. Like
So, can I ask you a question? Do you ever find shitty properties in really nice areas
Yeah.
like Loughton?
So we bought.
Loughton's not
Loughton's
really
not that.
We-
slow.
Yeah, but it is.
We bought one a couple of months ago in Regent's Park,
Oh,
between Regent's Park and Camden, and we were planning on keeping it, but we actually sold it straight away, and it was disgusting. It was like a cave.
and how did no one else find that?
Someone else I know was looking at it, and they thought it wasn't worth what we were prepared to pay, but we had someone knock on our door and wanted to pay a lot more than we paid, and we sold it to them. But it's location, so Regis. But it just came up. Someone offered it to us because they knew what we buy and offered it to phone me up and said, "Do you want this flat?" And at the time when I bought it, you'll like this. I bought it. It was Camden Town. But when I was selling it, it was labelled Regent's Park.
Of course. Got to have a bit of marketing spin on it.
So yeah.
And what sort of turn did you make on that to make it worthwhile doing it?
Well, the plan was to keep it. So we bought it for 150,000.
It really must have been a
A
case.
really small one-bed
Yeah,
flat.
okay.
And
In Regent's Park?
yeah, and someone offered just under 200.
Quick
And
flip.
yeah, that was it. So we weren't planning on selling it, but someone's let me have it.
It's a quick turn on to the next one.
Yeah, it was timing.
And is your market, is it volume led rather than?
So my year openly, I could do 20 to 100 deals.
Yeah.
Who knows? It's just opportunity led.
Yeah.
But at the moment, the market, there's a lot of problems.
Mhm.
There's a lot of people that want to get out. 1 in 5 landlords are selling from what we can see. We're buying a lot of landlords' properties, a lot of problem properties. And there's a lot of opportunity.
Let me ask a stupid question. If I bought this studio, could I legally live in it?
Wouldn't it be live work? Or is it under commercial premises?
Yeah, but I sleep in it every day. I've got a fridge in here.
People
I've got.
do,
So I could, yeah, okay.
but it's probably not good for you in
be in
terms of
breach of the planning, but
building a credit rating, having a mortgage, moving forward.
Someone might grass you up as you walk to the toilet in your dressing gown.
Or
You
not
would.
dressing,
Every
you were
morning.
dressing down.
Yeah,
Put it
well,
this way, I'd be grassing you up. I wouldn't want to live
Yeah.
anywhere near you.
What are you talking about?
We're in the lift, you're farting away in there. It's like
He lived with me for a
no
couple
respect.
of nights.
Yes, we did, unfortunately.
The sooner you buy somewhere, the better.
Yeah, I ain't got them peas.
You must do. You've got
That's
a
not what
million
you said, though.
subscribers.
No, I haven't got a million subscribers.
what
I've got
you
half
said,
a million
but
followers, but it's hard
you
to make
said
money,
it's
like
a
you
shame.
say.
Is that
No, it's-
what you do? Your job.
Unless you buy as an investment.
I can follow you. It's an extra one.
Please,
There you go.
please do.
Oh, you're begging for
how
followers
you
now.
don't
What's
know
happened
him?
to
You're
you?
an Arsenal fan.
I'm a very sad Arsenal fan.
Aren't we?
As
I've
opposed-
been sad since
It's hard winning
2004.
trophies.
Yeah, makes sense.
And I hate Man United more than Spurs.
Why? What? Because the
Just because they just battered us for so many years. I just can't stand them.
Yeah, we can't hate Spurs for battering us because it's never
Yeah,
happened.
but it's hard winning trophies. Yeah.
Let's move on to something else. This podcast.
I mean,
is out, man.
I needed Man United to come through on one game.
I know.
One game only, and they couldn't even do that.
Here's a bit of an off topic. The glory's coming away from you for a second here. Some of you may or may not have seen Alex Dawson is in Forbes.
I saw.
Oh, you did see an article by Alison Coleman, how this property entrepreneur is helping create new places of worship.
Round of applause.
A round of applause. Al, talk us through it.
Can I just out? There is a little bit of a typo in there.
Okay, we'll get on to that in a second, but
Red herring.
What does it say? 6 foot.
good from you.
Bad time.
Al, did you ever think that you'd be in Forbes?
I am a genuine introvert, so I don't really want to talk about it. Yeah.
I think let's
Just wait till he's had a drink on
Yeah.
the night out. Though.
let's sorry Gideon, we will come back to you, but let's just have a moment of appreciation. I'm going to start
Yeah.
by saying that you are top 5 greatest humans I've ever met in my life, and I think that you are finally getting some public recognition, even though you might not want it. But the world deserves to know who you are, what you do, how you do it, because you are a great man, and
I
You've
don't know
been
where
like
to
a-
go with that.
yeah.
but I
you've been like a
appreciate
dad to me. Go.
I think I would mirror what you said.
Yeah.
I've only been at Alex Martin for over 2 years, but yeah, you're always giving, you always believe in good karma, and I think it's about time you got some recognition. So
All
love
right,
it.
you're my paddle partner now.
What about me?
oh, Joe's about to go. Joe,
I'm not playing with Matt. I'll just echo what the boys have said. I mean, I know you don't want to be in it, hear it, but you are, and you can't delete it out of Forbes now. It's
You're out there
every
forever.
night out that's going to be coming out. Have you seen he's in Forbes?
I read it and thought it was really nice and complimentary. And even if you can't take a compliment, just take it.
He is
Thank you.
absolutely hating
hating this. Yeah, he wants to hide under the table right now.
I'm a mensch, yeah.
But what about on a business perspective? From a business perspective, is Al the greatest boss you've ever come across?
Oh, definitely. From
You're kidding me.
from being the nicest guy ever. I mean, sort of whatever goes, and as long as we don't take the piss.
I'm going to give you a quick cuddle.
No. It's a bit of a love in this,
Yeah,
making
a bit
me feel a bit
emotional.
sick. Yeah.
It's gonna be like, is this my life or whatever? And they start coming in.
Yeah, should we get the red book out?
Yeah.
What's the typo?
Now the typo is it says my business turnover last year was 50 million, and I'm like, I don't want that out there. The HMRC will be looking at me for one thing, but it wasn't my turnover. That was that's the value of the buildings that we either sold or acquired.
Why don't you just run with it?
But, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
big
not an
success.
Mr.
Paints,
Super
a,
prime.
paints a bit of a
I've had a few
picture.
competition players ring me up and say, "All right, I want to work for you, or can we merge companies now?"
Yeah,
And
we're
have
gonna
half
we're gonna
that.
lose our job.
Yeah,
To be fair, we are going to a yacht on the Med tomorrow, so maybe it
Yeah,
might be true.
yeah.
What?
I'm joking, obviously.
Oh, yeah?
No.
Matt, we're not.
I haven't seen the holiday form anyway.
And Gideon, your thoughts on Alex?
Do you know what? I don't know him that well,
No.
but I mean, after reading the article, I feel like I do. But obviously, when I met you guys, I thought you were really nice guys that you could talk to straight up, get you on the other end of the phone rather than some corporate that I don't like to deal with. And you tell me the truth. You could give me an answer. You could give me a value, and I appreciate that. So yeah, all positive from me.
We love you, Al. One more clap. Gideon, how would you like to be remembered?
I'm gone yet. I like to make people smile. I really enjoy that. Just fun, hardworking, good laugh. Did really good for the property sector. Helped a lot of people. I think, you know, a lot of us don't shout about what we do, like how you've just come across, really. But, you know, we're involved with a lot of charities. You know, some people think, oh, you bought this for that, you sold it for that, you're making a lot of money. Ugh, hate you. But, you know, we do so much for charities behind the scenes that we don't need to shout about because we enjoy it. We support a lot of people. We're involved with charities that take underprivileged kids and put them into sport, things like that. We raise money for events. There's one event a year where we try and raise through a massive lunch where on one day, including selling tables, brochure space, raffles, we try and raise £500,000 in one day.
Wow.
We didn't hit it last year, but we came close. We do a charity event for myeloma every year, go-karting, which you guys might have to take a team in. I might have to persuade you. A property go-karting event every year we do. So there's so much going on that we try and help people and have fun at the same time. That's probably the long-winded answer.
I saw you laugh. You heard go.
What, you want to go
You
go-kart?
loved
No,
it.
It's not a
jump.
helmet,
I thought
big, innit?
jump in a go-kart.
No, I did it. I did one a couple of years ago, and my wrists after 5 minutes. It's
What?
hard.
No,
work,
it is quite
go-karting.
hard.
It
It
is
is.
tough on the
You
arms.
start getting
And a
cramping
little bit
in
of,
your wrists, and
What do they call it? Whiplash as well. Very,
Only
very.
if you
listen,
crash.
I might be quite weighty, but you're not getting a
can't
helmet
imagine-
around that
I can't
head.
imagine
Let's
you're
be
quite
He'd be
honest.
fine. He'd be fine.
Do you think I have a big head?
No.
No, not
Your
like
head is
physically.
massive.
No.
Give me neutron.
Your head is big.
All they tell me is I've got a massive. Even you said it before.
No, you're fine.
Thank you. Thanks.
Stop bullying on here, guys.
Do you
No,
want? Do you
on the
want to? Do you want to nominate a few people to potentially come on? Someone that you think would have a nice impact on the pod?
Do you know what? I've got to nominate my friend Nathan Kaider, who will bring a lot of energy, a lot of positivity, and he's a very interesting guy that does a lot of things.
Would I be right in saying he's got quite a lot of experience in front of the camera? Was he on
Yeah.
a certain TV show?
Oh yeah, he was in Traitors for about 10 seconds.
No way.
They thought he was too smart, so they got rid of him.
For Seville.
You serious?
But he was, I think, the second one out. But he was on Traitors, and he's got quite a good following on social media. So he'd be a good guy for you.
He's on Traitors. That's a really good show.
Celebrity.
Anyone else? Which one are you farted, by the way? That is vile.
It's only going to be you, Matt.
Swear to God.
No.
All right, sorry.
I've completely forgotten what you just said now.
Who are you nominating?
Probably just him for now. Otherwise, everyone else will kill me.
One more.
Unless you want a woman on here. Do you ever get to put women on here?
Yeah, we've had a couple.
I think you should have a woman on here next.
We
Who-
got
who are you
women.
No, you don't.
We're not.
You need to choose someone that will be good for the show.
Okay. Well, any women that want to come on, you let us know. Yeah.
I'll let them know I made it out of here okay, and they're okay.
Nice one. Gideon, thank you so much.
Thank you
We'll
very
wrap it
much.
up there.
Pleasure.
Thank you all for watching. God bless.